This is going to be my review of the movie from A24 Films entitled The Witch, which is a really weird horror movie. I never felt really scared throughout the movie, I never had like a Blair Witch Project moment where I was like, I'm fucking terrified, or stuff like Paranormal Activity, those kinds of times where it's like they play you into a corner and then the corner fucking, scares the shit out of you. There was never that kind of moment in The Witch for me, but it was just weird. Like, that's the best way to describe this movie, is fucking just weird. Because not only is it set in the Puritan times in America, but they also speak in Middle English, or whatever the fuck the Puritans spoke. I think it was Middle English. So it's like you could grasp what they were saying, but it was still different than, British English or American English. And, just the things that happened in the movie were fucking weird. And the beginning of the movie is basically in the trailer, which is one of the weirder things too. Is like the first couple scenes in the trailer are in the beginning of the movie, when the family's in the car leaving the settlement. That's within like the first 10 minutes. And then when Thompson, whatever the fuck her name is, the blonde hair chick, I think her name is Thompson or some shit like that. Some weird Puritan fucking name. When she's playing, peekaboo with the fucking baby. It's in the trailer. That happens relatively soon in the movie. And the thing that kind of made me the most uncomfortable was the scene with the witch, with the kid, and how she's like stroking it, and then presumably she fucking kills it and like rubs the entrails and the blood all over her. That is like one of the things that was like, ugh. It was hard to watch, and it was just like, it made your skin crawl. So like that was, in my opinion, the only really horror moment in the whole movie. And I saw someone talk about how it's very similar to The Shining. And I can kind of see it, because there are, again, like, just really weird moments that you go, what the fuck's the point of this in the movie? And The Shining had that with, like, the guy in the tux and the bear suit. Like, that whole thing is like, why the fuck is this in the movie? It's just plain old weird. But yeah, they had a bunch of that. Like, this, it didn't scare me. It just made me feel really weird. Through the entire movie. It was also shot, I'm not sure if it was just my Xbox that was fucking up, but it was shot in a weird aspect ratio where there were little black bars on the side of my screen, and I'm not sure if that was because of my Xbox or because the DVD was fucked up or because it was the way the movie was shot. But it just kind of pissed me off, because like, just give me full screen. And I didn't want to do that artificially, because I didn't want to miss shit on the screen that I might have missed had I done that. But yeah, it's fucking. And don't get me wrong, I like it. I know it sounds like I'm shitting on it because I'm saying it's so weird and stuff, but I liked the movie. It was really good. It was just one of those movies where you're just sitting there going, the fuck did I just watch? Like, at the end of it, you're like, what the fuck just happened? It's like, with the witches going up in the sky, like floating, and it's like, why the fuck was this ended? Like, the end of the movie ended fine. Like, what I would have called the ending was fine. You know, pretty much everybody's dead except for Thompson. And, you know, like, the movie just could have ended there. You know, she takes her dress off, puts like a blanket over herself, and just sits at the table, passes out. That would have been a fine end for the movie. But then there's that whole weird interaction with Black Peter, Black whatever the fuck, the goat guy. That was a weird thing. I thought she was gonna fuck the goat. I really did. With that whole scene of like her conversating with the goat, I honestly thought she was gonna fuck it. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Like I didn't know if the movie was gonna go that fucking weird. It didn't, but it was like I had that whole thing. Then I don't know. It's just I loved it, and it has like a what 7 out of 10 on IMDb and a 93% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think an 86% on Metacritic. Oh, it deserves it. It's a good movie. It's shot well. The music's awesome. The music is one of the best things in the whole movie, where it's like it kind of sounds like it's the music where it's like one note and it's just like strained, and it's just like you're waiting for something really fucked up to happen at the end of the song. Like when the music breaks, you expect some fucked up shit to happen. I don't think any of that really happened throughout the movie. Unless you're like, oh, the end music ends, something fucked up happens. But it's like that kind of like the violin or the string instrument. It did his job where it's just built up tension and tension and tension, and it's like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? You're waiting for that weird things. Fucking if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I know I may have spoiled some things, but even with me spoiling certain things, it's still worth a watch because it is that weird that you know. I said some stuff, but it's like you go, you can still watch it and like, was this what this motherfucker was talking about? Like, just how odd the whole movie was. And it's by the same studio that made Swiss Army Man, which is another fucking weird movie with Daniel Radcliffe. Like, I want to see that movie because that's also one of these kinds of like, I think that's what A24 does, is just weird fucking movies. Because like Swiss Army Man is weird from like the trailer. The Witch is fucking weird. What else are some of the things that they've made? Green Room, which they made, which I'm not sure if it has Patrick Stewart in it. Ex Machina was kind of weird from what I've heard. That weird movie Tusk, which was it? Fuck, was it? What's his face? It was one of his movies. Yeah, it was a Kevin Smith movie, which was, from what I hear, really kind of odd. There's another movie that I remember hearing about that's like kind of strange. Maybe not. It's just, yeah, it's the kind of movies are like, like, but yeah, it's good. I like it. I don't know. I like that kind of those movies where it's like, like, really? But yeah, so if you haven't seen it, go out and watch it. It's a good fucking movie. It's weird, so if you like weird movies, even if you don't like horror movies, but if you like weird movies, go out and watch it. I give it like I'd give it a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, just for the sheer like what the fuck factor. Yeah. So that's all, everybody. Have a wonderful day.